Welcome to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
I'm your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
Always a pleasure to host with you.
It is, my friend. Good to see you.
It's going to be a great show today.
Going to be a great show today. I mean, we have a superwoman here today. Superwoman today, and she's going to help other ladies and other people get connected to education and to be out front. So we'll have a great time. Let's talk about our sponsors real quick.
Well, Lee, Kostel, and Crowley. If you need help, they can help you.
They can help. Believe me, I know they can. Not only that, we also have Fervent Care Christian Academy, who's been with us from the inception of the show. Now Marion County Health is still with us. Happy to have them. And then we also have Al's Modern Clothing. He's doing a great job. And shoes. The Meslon look. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
Got some great products over there.
Got some great products, yeah.
So we're excited about what's going on. We're excited about you being with us. Thank you for being so committed on Friday nights and Sunday evenings watching the show. You can also go to WHMB TV 40 and watch this show when it's over, or other shows that you might have missed. Also, please go to Facebook.
And like us on Facebook. We're there. And we'll be there. We'll be there after these shows that we're doing today. And
yeah, they can go click right now.
They can go click right on and look at them and check us out.
Yeah, check us out.
Check us out.
So we got to take a quick break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. We're joined by Allison Bell, Chancellor of WGU.
Yes, hello.
Hello, happy to have you again.
Thanks for having me back.
Tell us what's going on.
So WGU Indiana, we always have something new going on.
Yeah.
A couple of things I'd like to talk about. Definitely, we have a new bachelor's degree in health services coordination. So this degree was launched late last calendar year with the intention of giving people an opportunity who want to work in healthcare, who have that sort of helper drive, to fill a need in our healthcare system. If you've been navigated the healthcare system any time lately, you know how complex it can be. Several different care providers, different types of insurance. This health services coordination degree is to train folks to work as a helper in that field, to help our patients navigate their way through the healthcare system.
How many students do you anticipate are already enrolled in?
Well, I can tell you right now, this just launched at the end of last calendar year. We already have 100 students enrolled, more than 100. I don't have the exact number in my head, but more than 100. Our capacity is limitless because we're online. So as long as students are enrolling, all we need to do is hire more faculty mentors to help them, and that's what we do. So we can expand as far and wide as we need to. It's generating a great deal of interest. Not only, this was a degree program that was launched because the healthcare industry, our partners in different hospital systems, said this was needed. And so as a good steward of our partnerships with we want to make sure that we're educating a workforce that will fill the needs in our communities, and this was one that was needed, so we're really excited about this.
Tell us about any scholarships that are available.
We are, WGU Indiana is generous. We're not for profit, and we don't want costs to be in the way of folks attaining their degree. So an example of a scholarship that we have recently launched, unfortunately Ashworth College is an online university that just announced its closing. So their students will need to have somewhere to go so that work that they put into their degree programs isn't lost. And so WGU is offering $250,000 in scholarships for up to 100 individuals if they'd like to continue their nursing degree with WGU.
Well, that is phenomenal to make sure that those students who are at another college which no longer exists online can transfer immediately and be a part of our university right here in Indianapolis.
That's right. We'll accept their transfer credits and they can continue where they left off. This is something that we've done in the past. So, unfortunately, the landscape, it's a tough time in higher ed, and there are universities that are having to make that difficult decision to close their doors. And we'd just like to be a part of that solution so that students don't have to give up on their dream.
You have an anniversary coming up as well, don't you?
That's right. WGU Indiana is, in June, we'll be celebrating our 10-year anniversary in Indiana, and we're very excited about that. So celebrating 10 years of educating Hoosiers, we have more than 7,500 alum in Indiana, and we have currently nearly 6,000 students enrolled. We've educated students in every county of the state. So we've done a lot in 10 years, and we're excited about what we'll do next.
7,500 alumni in 10 years.
That's right. That's right.
For an online college.
That's right.
Talk about the mentoring model, and I'm assuming it's part of the success that you all have experienced, the one-on-one mentoring model.
That's right. I think it's one of the many things that makes WGU Indiana special. Our faculty are all faculty mentors. So there are two types of mentors that students can work with. Every student has a faculty mentor that is assigned to work with them from the beginning of their enrollment until they graduate. And so students meet with their faculty mentor on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. It can be a quick check-in or it can be more in-depth, but that mentor helps them navigate their academic program. So while it's online, it's a highly personalized program. We also have course mentors, our course faculty who are mentors, and they work as subject matter experts in each course. So the students might have short-term connection with those course faculty as they work their way through their program, but it's highly individualized. Our students are working, our typical student would be a working mom, average age about 35, who's decided to either return to complete her degree or maybe get a master's degree. And because our program is flexible, the course mentor is a key part of that. So I was just listening to one of our alum talking about when she was working her way through her degree program, that oftentimes she was snatching an hour after the kids went to bed, where she would be working through her coursework and she might have a question about her course. And because we have course faculty that are working all hours, she could connect with someone at 9 o'clock at night in Eastern time zone. It might be a course mentor who's living and working out of California, but they can meet with her because they have office hours at the time that she needs and help her work through what she needs to work through to begin to master that material and be successful in her degree program.
Outstanding.
Yeah, it is great, especially for the working mom or the working young man to be able to have a second chance at completing a college degree online.
That's right.
And to be successful at it. I think that's great. Are there any things that you're going to do special during any events leading up to the anniversary, 10-year anniversary? Do you have anything leading up to that?
Sure. I mean, some of it is just celebrating all of the successes, celebrating we have more than 300 folks in Indiana that are employees of WGU Indiana. So we're also a great employer of our citizens. So we'll be celebrating those folks that help make us and our students successful. We'll be celebrating success stories. We just met, our team just met a student who graduated in the last couple of years, and we asked her to come in and we'll do an interview just to talk about how earning her degree at WGU Indiana has changed her life for the better. We'll be featuring stories like that on a regular basis to celebrate our 10-year anniversary.
So you do have job placement, it sounds like. You're creating a job placement arena now. Yes,
so what we find is that our graduates make, within 2 years of graduating, increase their income earning by about an average of about $12,000 or more per year. So absolutely, earning a degree with WGU Indiana has an impact not just on those individuals. They're able to achieve their personal goals. They're able to improve their lives, but there's a ripple effect for their families and the community.
Go right to camera number 3 and give us the information, website, anything you want them to have as it relates to enrolling and getting information.
Go to indiana.wgu.edu. You can find all the information you need and contact someone to find out more.
Outstanding. And for those folks who might need a little extra help with financial aid or scholarships, how are you all handling that?
We are fully capable of accepting all federal and state financial aid that a student qualifies for, but we also gave out $500,000 in scholarships last year alone in Indiana.
Wow.
So we're very generous.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure to be with you too.
Always a pleasure to have you as well.
Thank you.
And thank you all for being with us. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. We're joined by David Watkins, Director of Network Operations, Small Business Resources. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Excited to be here.
Excited to have you here. Tell us about some of the things that you're doing to help people out.
Well, it's what we like to call a closely guarded secret that nobody knows about, but the state of Indiana and the federal government through the SBA have put together a program called the Small Business Development Centers. And here in central Indiana, there's an office located at Butler University that provides entrepreneurs and small business owners with educational services, counseling, advising at no cost, though we've already paid for it via our tax dollars to the federal and state government. It's no cost to take advantage of, and really something that we're trying to get out and spread the word that we're here and here to help people.
Well, that's great, because in the community in which I'm from, and I know we don't hear a lot of good things about the small business ideology and the bureaucracy that comes with it. What are you doing to correct that so that it could be available and not be frightening to people these days?
Well, a lot of it is education. Okay. So it's to your point, it can be intimidating to try and navigate those bureaucracies and those pathways on your own. Right. And a lot of people try to, and they may or may not do it correctly. So one of the areas that we focus on is really helping people make sure that they register their business correctly, they get started correctly, they go through all the steps to make sure that when they open on day one or they start selling online, that they're in a place where they know that they've gone through all the necessary steps to succeed ultimately. And so we try to demystify that process and make it easy for somebody to understand, and at the same time walk through it with them. So we're not just saying, you know, here's how you do it, go off and do it. We're willing to walk with our clients and get through that process.
Now that you offer the education piece to small business to help companies launch off and be properly situated and structured, after they get through going through the processes that you offer them, what is the, number one, the criteria, and what is the percentage of them getting a small business loan?
So the nice thing about our program, there's no criteria to work with us. We do ask that there's a disclosure of some demographic information. Again, as a government-sponsored agency, we have reporting requirements for the funding that we receive, both from the federal and the state level. And so we have these confidentiality agreements that we ask people to sign and know that their business is our business. We're not going to go around telling a whole bunch of people about that. But at the same time, we are focused on helping them get funding. And one of the strong areas that we operate in is on the SBA funding. So the Small Business Administration at the federal level is one of our partners. And they're obviously very active in helping support small business lending to entrepreneurs to help their small business grow.
Yeah, that's frightening in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And no matter what situation our client finds themselves in, we try to meet them where they are and provide value and resources that can help them to succeed. Again, not everyone is going to get a bank loan, a traditional bank loan. Not everyone is going to be able to get an SBA-backed bank loan.
Right.
But we're going to be there to be on our client's side no matter what.
You'll provide complete support, one-on-one support for business development. Say more about that.
So the way that most of our offices operate, and the one that we have here that covers Marion County and the surrounding counties, they operate with a one-on-one counseling as the basis of the delivery of the service. So we meet with you one-on-one. If you have an existing business, we go out to your site. We see what it is that you're selling or the product that you're producing. If you don't have an existing business, maybe we meet with you at Butler University, or we meet with you at the library, the local chamber, and we learn a little bit about what it is that you're trying to do. And we have a business advisor then who's dedicated to helping you, whether that's grow your business, write a business plan, identify potential funding opportunities. We even get into certain areas around exporting a product overseas, helping companies that are looking to exit. We have a lot of clients who are in the retirement phase or nearing the retirement phase of their careers, and they're looking for opportunities to sell or hand on their business to their children, and we help them navigate some of those different processes.
You mentioned the chamber. What is their role?
So the local chambers are supporters of ours. They're stakeholders in many cases. They help financially support our offices around the state. The one here in Central Indiana has a great partnership with the Indy Chamber, and we work collaboratively on a number of different initiatives and issues. But around the state, there are 9 other offices for small business development that are supported broadly in each and every county that they operate in by cities, by county governments, by economic development organization, chambers, banks, all in an effort to, again, kind of demystify this process of starting and operating your own business and to provide some assistance where the business owner doesn't have to go out and pay a huge amount of money to engage with a consultant who may not understand their community, their situation, their business. So all of our people are located in the individual communities in which they operate, which allows us to really identify with the people that we're assisting.
How's your level of diversity?
It's pretty good. Particularly this office is located in Central Indiana. They have an excellent track record of being able to help people of all types, whether that be, I think last year about half of their clients were women, half were men. And then also helping people like veterans who are exiting out of the service, focusing on different communities, whether that be the Hispanic community, having materials that we offer in Spanish, working with our partners in the community, coming on programs like this to make sure that the word is out there to the African American community. We have found over the years, because we're a government agency, that we don't exactly do our own marketing. We don't run television commercials and things like that. So really getting the word out there about us is the best thing that we're trying to do so that more people can take advantage of us. Again, there's no pre-qualification to work with us. You just have to have an idea or have a business, and we're there to help you.
Yeah, and you use the concept in diversity, women, men, and veterans. You know, that's when I mean diversity, I mean Afro-Americans, Latinos, veterans, women, et cetera. That's what I mean. I don't mean men, women. I mean, you know, black, white, brown, yellow, whatever. How is it functioning as it relates to small business? And what are you serving?
Yeah. Well, so it's interesting. Some of the communities that would particularly be thought of as minority communities are oftentimes those that are starting the most businesses, engaged in lots of entrepreneurship.
Right.
And those are the groups that we really want to reach more. The office is located here in Central Indiana. About 30% of their clients are African American. Smaller percentages are Asian or Hispanic. And those communities often don't have a way to engage with us, or there's even times, you know, some fear around working with a government agency. But as I said, our mission is to work with our clients where they are, whatever that issue is. You don't have to be afraid about talking to your business advisor, and that's how we work. You don't have to be afraid about talking to your business advisor about the inner workings of your business. Are you doing this correctly or not? That's what we're here to help you figure out.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
All right, David, well, thank you. You've been a great guest today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All the best to what you all are doing.
Thank you very much.
Keep up the good work.
And thank you all for joining us. We have The Rundown. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
Your co-host, Pastor Wayne Moore.
And I'm your executive producer, Faith McKinney.
Great show there.
Yeah, it was. It was a great show. Talking about
Go ahead.
2 great shows.
Yeah, 2.
With Chancellor
Allison
Dell,
WGU.
WGU, and we ought to also mention about Ashworth. College is literally not closing, but the nursing arm is closing.
Yeah.
And those students that attended Ashworth College in nursing can now receive scholarships to go to WGU. Is that right?
That's amazing. And Chancellor Bell she's so forward-thinking in what she's doing in her approach to education. She's trying to get me to be a student. And I told her, I said, look, I need some education too. She's like, we've got some great programs for you.
And she's something to just let you come on in and have a great opportunity to get educated.
That's right. I need it. I need that. And how about David Watkins from the Small Business Development Center?
Well, what do you think, Brother Jackson, about Brother David?
That was outstanding, the information. I think it needs to get out more.
Yeah, and then to be in a place to where you want to train people to be effective at small business, in spite of what you hear about small businesses taking the hits that they take, and how minorities feel slighted in the process of small business loans and things of that nature.
And that's true. I think that's one of the systemic things that is going on. And, it's good that they recognize that we recognize it. And they're trying to get the word out about helping entrepreneurs.
And the term, when we talk about diversity, most people talk about women, men, and veterans. When I look at diversity, I look at Latino, Black, white. I look at other ethnic groups. People are afraid to talk about specific ethnic groups. They just say men, women. Talk about those ethnic groups who are suffering for systemic areas, in those systemic areas that are problematic. And we need to address those issues and not be afraid of them, to just tell it the way it is. Yes, women, men, and veterans, but you got to understand that there are other ethnic groups out there
Absolutely.
that need to be brought to the forefront.
And that's why I invited them back out here, because I understand that us as African Americans don't hear that information.
Right.
We don't know that is there for us and it's free. And so, Real People, Real Voices is a way to get the word out. And I'm just so glad to be a part of it.
Oh yeah. I think I think it's an exceptional situation. Other people have known about this for years, but to open it up the way it is now, it's phenomenal. So when you see small businesses surviving now, you can see that maybe they have a part in that.
Yeah, I think your query about the minority participation is important.
Yeah,
to keep that on the boil.
Yeah, we're always, as long as I'm living, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. And thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Continue to watch us on Friday nights at 9:30 and on Sundays at 5:30. Until next time, God bless you.